This is going to be an academic destruction of a village idiot. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's a lot of harm in witch doctors promoting basically witch doctor medicine as opposed to empirically backed science. So here we go. This might be a little long for some of you, and it's going to be very academic and scholarly because that's who I am and is not who Hynes is. So, as the Canine Ronan King, holder of graduate degrees, academically published and cited with works that have entered the scholarly record and influenced the field, I'm the architect of a $50,000 Canine Everest wager for dog training, and I'm backed by empirical mastery. As a trainer whose methodology are forged in the crucible of peer-reviewed science, I stand unchallenged as the apex in this arena. In stark, irreconcilable contrast, Hynes, Robert Hynes, the self-called radical behaviorist, which he doesn't understand, emerges not as a critic, but as a pathetic, failed non-student. Hear that again, pathetic, failed non-student. And pay attention. Don't project conspiracy theories over the top of this. He's a self-anointed radical behaviorist. He has no formal education, certifications, diplomas, or merit whatsoever. Academically unpublished, uncited, and utterly absent from the scholarly literature he dares to invoke. His responses are riddled with non sequiturs, Freudian detours, or with Jung, which Jung and Skinner do not mix. He doesn't understand that. And AI badly done misattributions. He does not merely falter. All of his stuff collapses under the weight of his intellectual vapidness. What follows here is a merciless, evidence-driven demolition. This analysis is to expose Hynes as an unqualified interloper whose every utterance betrays a profound incapacity for scholarly engagement. He has no place, I mean none, in attempting to contest my graduate level takedown. He is a dilettante whose critiques are the intellectual equivalent of a child's crayon scribbles on a doctoral dissertation. Yeah, that's right. He's a child with a crayon. Here we go. The list. Number 1. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. The abyss of educational deficiencies. Hynes, no degrees, no diplomas, no discernible scholarship. The village idiot boasts no academic credentials. 0. In his own video emissions and comment threads, he concedes operating without certification, without a diploma, and without even the rudimentary scaffolding of a formal education in psychology, behavioral analysis, or any allied field. While I wield graduate degrees, I'm academically published and cited in peer-reviewed outlets, demand rigorous methodology, blind review, and enduring impact. Hallmarks of scholarly training that require the synthesis of thousands of sources and contributions that advance knowledge. Hynes, the village idiot, a blank slate. He has never darkened the door of a university seminar, never submitted to the scrutiny of a thesis committee, never defended a hypothesis under the glare of empirical rigor, and crucially, has never been academically published or cited. His name is absent from journals, databases, or citation indices like Google Scholar or Scopus or academia. This void of his is not incidental. It is disqualifying. Listen to this. It is disqualifying. In the hierarchy of behavioral sciences, per the Behavior Analyst Certification Board standards, or the APA guidelines, formal education and a record of academic publication and citation are the sine qua non for authoritative discourse. Hynes' lack of diplomas and his complete absence from the published literature render him a non-entity, a hobbyist masquerading as an expert, whose radical behaviorism is cribbed from Wikipedia summaries rather than from primary texts or original contributions. Yeah, now I have videos that integrate 799 plus citations, operationalizing Skinner, Mechner, and Deci Ryan with precision. My published and cited works stand as testament to peer-validated expertise. Again, Hynes counters with anecdotal barbs and chat GPT prompts that he doesn't even know how to do correctly. This is not debate. It is the intellectual posturing of a dropout who never enrolled, didn't get accepted, and never contributed a single citable idea. Okay, let's go to point number 2. Certification vacuum. He is unlicensed, unvetted, and utterly without merit. Certifications in applied behavior analysis, for example, the BCBA or the BCABA, require supervised hours, ethical training, and passage of standardized exams, none of which Hynes possesses. He admits as much, framing his uncertified status as a virtue. What a moron. Learning via AI rather than formal mentorship. Merit, Hynes has none. Hey, hear that again. Hynes is without merit. No publications, no citations, no scholarly footprint. While my career is punctuated by verifiable successes. I won the K9 King Everest Dog Training Challenge in July 2025. I have reliability, isomorphic dog training, methodologies that are stress tested in the real world with contingencies, and I am academically published, and I've been cited by others in the field. Hynes' merit boils down to YouTube uploads and a dog in recovery. Conveniently unavailable for trying to do the K9 King Everest Challenge, which he has one small dog. He didn't have any. I have 12 dogs. He couldn't handle 12 dogs, and he can't handle anything beyond the size of a hamster. He lacks the supervised practicum to claim even entry-level competence. He can't challenge a published and cited authority. By the way, this merit deficit of his is fatal. In graduate ethics, the APA Code of Conduct, unqualified individuals are barred. Hear this, okay? Unqualified individuals, which is Hynes, are barred from public representations of expertise. Quit acting like an authority or an expert, especially those without any record of academic publication or citation. Hynes violates this implicitly. Positioning himself as a peer, he constantly does that, while lacking the foundational vetting and the scholarly output that separates professionals from pretenders. He's a pretender. His attempts to tag me or demand redos or live where he'll nail me because he's got conspiracy theory psychosis are the audacious failings of an imposter. He's an imposter, yeah, and very pathetic, but also, ethically bankrupt. So we go to point number 3, research methods illiteracy. He is a failed non-student incapable of basic inquiry. Hynes has clearly never passed a research methods course, a foundational graduate requirement covering experimental design, verifiable operationalization, and falsifiability. Evidence abounds in his outputs. No control groups, no dependent measures, no replication protocols. Well, my takedown employs ABC contingencies with Mechner Notation fluency. Hynes responds with Freudian word salads and dictionary complaints, which is the sign of a moron. A methods course would have drilled the necessity of literature reviews. He doesn't know what that is. Systematic synthesis of empirical corpora, which he has no clue about, and the pathway to academic publication and citation. He couldn't do it. Hynes is incapable. Yeah, that's how to put it. He's incapable. His literature is selective Skinner quotes, devoid of meta-analysis, effect sizes, or conflicting evidence. Hey, for example, ignoring mixed findings on reinforcement schedules in Baum's Understanding Behaviorism 2017. Hey, I gave a citation. Go look it up. And tellingly, he has never produced a single work worthy of citation himself. Guess what? This isn't hyperbole. A true method student learns to critique via data. Do you hear me? Via data, not ad hominem, which is what he does. And to publish findings that earn citations. Hynes' non sequiturs, his ego flips, his psychosis, his conspiracy theories, his IGP conspiracy theory scream avoidance of hypothesis testing. He couldn't design a single subject reversal study if his channel depended on it. Doesn't even know what the hell that is, because he's never learned how and has never contributed to the literature in a way that invites citation. Pathetic? Yeah, undeniably. He is a failed non-student. He lacks the intellectual architecture to even comprehend my citations, let alone refute them or produce his own. Yeah, that's what he does. Go live with me, where I'll project my psychosis and say define behavior, and I already have, and he doesn't know it. Define operant conditioning, define respondent conditioning. Give me a Mechner reading of the dog's work. Show that you've trained a dog to do something. Now, all of those, Hynes, and show me your diplomas to even enter into the arena with me, okay? So let's go to point number 4, because this will kill him, along with the other 3. Mechner Notation absence. Hey, the smoking gun of analytical incompetence. The crowning indictment of Hynes' pathetic lack of Mechner notation, the precise graphical language for depicting behavioral contingencies. I'm giving another citation for you to go find there, Hynes. Stick it into your AI. Mechner, 1965 foundational system. I deploy it masterfully to parse the stupidity of bribe versus reinforcement distinctions, rendering complex schedules visually unambiguous. Hynes, not a single arrow, box, or contingency line in sight. He can't do it. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know what the antecedent behavior and consequence is. This omission is not stylistic. It is substantive proof of intellectual inability. Yeah, it proves he has no intellectual capacity. Mechner notation demands understanding of stimuli, responses, and consequences at a formal level. Skills honed in graduate labs, refined through publication and validated via citation, not YouTube's comment section. So why the absence? Hynes lacks the cognitive bandwidth. Yeah, Hynes lacks the cognitive bandwidth. Notation requires abstract reasoning, pattern recognition, and precision, faculties undeveloped in a non-student who has never been published or cited. His videos, vague histrionics, rewards work, collapse without it. Exposing a mind untrained in behavioral topography, he doesn't know what the hell that is, in comparison to my fluency and my cited scholarly contributions. His deficit is laughable. It's also pathetic. I suppose radical behaviorists who can't notate a simple chain, this alone disqualifies him from the discourse. He has no place attempting anything, not a wager, not a response. He can't put together a coherent sentence. Go live with me, where I'll once again project my stupid IGP conspiracy theory and use my hackneyed ideas, which I don't understand, and I'll confuse Jung with Skinner. And I won't understand behaviorism or behavioral science at all because I'm a moron. That's Hynes. Oh, and I might say here, to add something, this academic takedown is the final word. Now that you've heard your intellectual obituary, how many videos will you make about this, Hynes? How many videos will you make about this complaining? And say it's all wrong and you have not refuted a thing. Your inability to use science shows that you're probably got the IQ of about 85.